Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to easily create this cute 3D penguin in Adobe Illustrator. I'll be explaining it step by step, so even if you're a beginner, just follow along. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this tutorial a big thumbs up. This will greatly help the channel, so let's get started. We'll start by creating a new document. Let's set the width to 1000 pixels and the height to 800 pixels. Make sure you choose RGB color mode and set resolution to 72 pixels. Then just click the Create button. We'll begin by creating all circular shapes first. The first thing we're going to do is to create a body for our penguin. For that, I'll select the ellipse tool. You can either choose the tool in the tools bar panel by right-clicking the rectangle tool or whatever tool you have here, or you can simply press L on your keyboard. Now, with the ellipse tool selected, click anywhere on the canvas. In the dialog box, set width to 410 pixels and height to 480 pixels and click OK. Now we want to paint this ellipse black. To do that, I'll click twice on the fill swatch. This will open the color picker, and now we can select black color and click OK. Now we want to create a belly for our penguin. Once again, select the ellipse tool by pressing L on your keyboard and click anywhere on the canvas. This time you want to set width to 325 pixels and height should be 265 pixels. Let's give the belly white color. Click twice on the Fill Color tool and select white color in the color picker. Click OK. Now let's draw eyes for our penguin. The process is the same. Press L to select the ellipse tool, then click on the canvas and set both width and height to 50 pixels. Next, we'll need to create the pupil. Set both width and height to 17 pixels. And then change its color to black. And we'll also need a tiny circle 4 by 4 pixels for the highlights. The next element is the nose, which will be just a simple triangle. I'm gonna go to the left hand side tools panel and select the polygon here. Now click anywhere on the document. This will bring up the polygon dialog box. Here you would want to set radius to 18 pixels. And since we need a triangle, I'm gonna set sides to 3. Now click OK. I'm going to color this shape orange, and it doesn't really matter what color you pick now, later we'll be adjusting the color. Now let's move on to the next step. We'll be creating arms for our penguin, or actually they're called flippers. We'll be creating just one flipper, and when we're fully done with it, we'll make a copy for the second one. Let me grab the pencil tool, which is N on your keyboard. Click twice on the tools icon and make sure your settings are similar to mine. And now just draw a shape that would look like a penguin's wing. Then we would want to bring down the number of the points on the path and make it a bit more smooth. With the shape still selected, we'll go to the menu along the top of the screen and select Object, then choose Path, and then click Simplify. This will bring up the dialog window, and here you'll need to click the More Options button. In here, we'll adjust the path by moving the slider, and once you're happy with the result, click OK. Now just give the shape black color. All is left now is to draw the legs, and the process is very similar to the flippers. Select the pencil tool by pressing N on your keyboard and draw a shape that is similar to this one. Then just simplify the shape by going again to Object, Path, choose Simplify, click the View More button and play with the slider until you like the results. Now with the shape still selected, I'll set the color to orange. And to do that, you can simply grab the eyedropper tool, which is I on your keyboard, and click on the orange nose shape. Now that we've created all the necessary shapes, we'll move on to the 3D part. With the selection tool, which is V on the keyboard, click on the black ellipse to select it. Now go to 3D and Materials panel. If you don't have this icon in your right side panel, you'll need to go to the upper menu, open Windows, and here click the 3D and Materials option on top of the list. In the Object tab, select Inflate and make sure that you have Live Preview turned on. Set depth to 14 pixels. Volume you'd want to set to 100%. Check Inflate both sides. Now scroll down to the very bottom to make sure that Preset option is set to front. Next, we need to go to the Materials tab. In here, we want to scroll to the very bottom of the Properties section, and we need to set roughness to 0.32 pixels. And metallic, we want to keep it 0. Next, we'll be going to the Lighting tab. Intensity needs to be set to 53%. Rotation should be around 150. Height will set to 0. And we'll move the softness slider to 50%. Then we'll need to check ambient light and set intensity to 16%. Now let's move to the belly. Select the white ellipse and go to the 3D and Materials panel again. In the Object tab, click Inflate and activate Live Preview. Depth we want to set to 10 pixels. Volume should be 73%. Make sure that rotation preset is set to front. Next, let's go to Materials and scroll to the very bottom. Here we'll set roughness to 0.29% and leave metallic at 0. And switch to the Lighting tab now. Here we'll set intensity to 89%. Rotation will be 156. Height you'd want to set to 50. Set softness to around 96%. Check ambient light checkbox and move the intensity slider to 100%. The belly is ready now. Next, I'll work with the eyes and I'll speed up the process, and you can just pause the video if you need to and copy my settings. done with the eye, and now let's move on to the flipper. Select the shape with the direct selection tool and once again open the 3D and materials panel. Here you should select inflate and activate real-time preview. Then set depth to 210. Volume should be 100%. Now scroll to the very bottom and set rotation to front if it's not yet set. Then move on to the materials tab. We'll scroll to the presets section and set roughness to 0.14 and leave metallic at 0. Now click on the lighting tab, and here we need to set intensity to 42%. Rotation will set to 32. Height we need to be at 45. And let's set softness to 60%. Activate ambient light checkbox and move the intensity slider to 10%. I think the wing looks a bit too dark, so I will adjust the fill color. To do that, I'll click twice on the fill swatch and set the RGB values to 60. Now that's much better. Next we'll be working with the leg, and we still need to do the nose. I'll speed up the process and you can pause the video when you need to. We're done with the 3D and materials tool, and now I want to adjust the orange color. First of all, we'll need to expand the shapes. To do that, I'll select both shapes by holding Shift and then go to Object and click Expand Appearance. Now we're ready to work with the color. With both shapes still selected, we'll need to go to Edit, Edit Color, Adjust Color Balance. That will bring up the Adjust Color dialog, and in the dialog we need to switch color mode to grayscale. Now turn on both Convert and Preview and move the slider to -20%. This will desaturate the shapes and make them a bit lighter. Next, once again go to Edit, Edit Color, and this time set color mode to RGB. Make sure you have both Convert and Preview selected. Now just play with the sliders until you get the color that you like. I'll leave red at 43, green at -6, and blue at -12. It will give me this beautiful orange color. Click OK once you're happy with the color. At this point, we're ready to combine all the shapes. Let's start with the eyes. First, what we want to do is to group all three shapes. With the direct selection tool selected, which is V on your keyboard, select all three shapes and press Command G on your keyboard if you are on a Mac, or Control G if you're on Windows. Now let's copy this shape to create the second eye. With the group selected, you can press and hold Option key. Start dragging it to the right side, and as you move it, press and hold Shift key as well. This will help you keep the group along the x-axis. I'll then flip the right eye. To do that, I'll right-click the object group and select Transform, Reflect, and in the dialog box, make sure you choose vertical axis. Then click OK to apply the transformation. Now center the nose. I'll then group both eyes and the nose and bring them on top of the body. If they're hidden behind the body, you'll need to bring the entire group forward by holding both Command and Shift and pressing closing square bracket. Now let's stack the white belly on top of the body. Next, we need to create a copy of the flipper, rotate it and place it where we want the second flipper to be. Now select both shapes, group them and send them back. And let's do the same for the legs. And with that, we're done. As always, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tutorials. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!